coincidence.
Talk a little bit about Irwin, please. His emergence as kind of a big play tight end, if you will, or being a target.
Yeah, Sean has kept getting better and better since we've gotten here. He's worked really hard. When we first got here, he was mainly just a blocker, and he really didn't catch the ball a lot in high school. So he's worked really hard to keep developing his receiving skills. He has good hands, but just route running and understand where to be and how to body a guy, because he's couple of his catches, he's been able, in the past, he just would have, probably would have intercepted it. He was able to body it, so he's learned how to do all of those things. And so, and he's catching the ball with a lot of confidence, and the quarterback has confidence in him catching the ball. And so he's done a good job, and he's doing a good job blocking. He's doing a good job in line, off line. I would say he's a well-rounded tight end that we can do everything with.
From a human standpoint, what do you think it's like for him to go back home or go to his dorm and his brother's sitting there?
Yeah.
Coming back from an ACL.
The one shining silver lining out of it all is his mom has come in a couple times and cooked him a bunch of food and left it for him. So that's a silver lining in it. The other part is it's rough for him. Seeing his triplet. They're triplets. His brother there, and going through that, and he went through it before with a foot. So he's always positive with him and uplifting with him, but it's still tough.
How important is ball control in a game like this where Stanford puts such a premium on it?
The ball control is important. There's no doubt whatsoever, but scoring points is even a higher commodity. So, but we need to keep the ball. We don't need to have them have the ball for 40 minutes and never have a chance and feel like you're stressed out. So we need to be able to move the ball and of course go put some points on the board. And they've played, one of the things they've done defensively, they've done a good job, and offensively they've done a good job of keeping the ball in some situations and then defensively causing some turnovers. They've had a good year, of course, but their ball control has helped out their defense stay off the field a little bit, kind of like ours was able to a little bit last week.
They don't allow the opposition a whole lot of plays.
Right.
I'm sure you don't expect 114 plays against these guys. But
no, but if we did, I think we'll be very victorious in this game because they won't have been used to playing that many.
What's a good number to have against this team? Number of plays.
Wow. Well, you need to have more than 50-something. Because they've held a few teams to the high 50s, low 60s. Unless you have some big scoring plays out of that. It's just how the flow of the game goes. But the way their games have gone, I understand your question. Yes, we need to keep the ball, and we need to have it more than 60 plays if we can.
Are you more capable of doing that than maybe earlier in the season?
I think that we're in a good rhythm now, and we've got most of our lines kind of not back together, but kind of piecemealed and feel stable. So I feel good about that, and we've got a few more weapons that are kind of grown into the offense, and which is good for us. That we didn't really have early in the year because they were freshmen or they weren't out there.
Were you able to catch the rest of the 30 for 30 last night?
I caught some of it. I wasn't able to see all of it. I've got it DVR'd, whatever it's called, and I'm going to watch it. I'll have a lot of time to watch it Thursday night. It's kind of when I have a little bit of time. So I'll have maybe 2 hours to sit down and watch it and rewind it and really enjoy it. But I've read about it, I've seen parts of it, but to really thoroughly watch it through and through and keep watching it, I'll have a lot of time Thursday night to be able to do that. There's not much time on Tuesday night of a game week.
Was there a good turnout in the team room?
We had a bunch of guys that showed up to that, and then a lot of them watched it at home, and they were really inspired by it. And a lot of guys have talked to me about it, and they are excited. And what's fun is, of course, Darian Hagan, he's all over it, and they go, "God, you were skinny and fast." So they're giving him a hard time, and then they're making fun of his Jerry curl, of course, too. So that was good.
Any injury updates on guys that you know more about today?
We still we're not definite on all of them yet, but we still feel like Ryan Severson has a chance to play, and we feel like Jay has a chance to play.
But Jared
will not be able to go.
I know you said you haven't watched it off from beginning to end, but I'm guessing, knowing you, that you found a lot to inspire you from that story as well.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
As a coach.
And it's really neat having gotten to know Coach McCartney in a lot closer friendship basis over the last 3 years, and really spent a lot of time with him at different times, and then getting to coach with one of his grandsons and coach one of his grandsons, and so that's been really neat, and getting to know his sons that are around town and everything like that. So And then watching them from afar, I watched it close because I was playing at Georgia Tech. And then I had graduated, so Georgia Tech was making their run, and Colorado was making their run, and so I watched those games closely. I remember watching the I think it was at that time. I think it was the Citrus Bowl, where Georgia Tech beat Nebraska that morning. So all of us Georgia Tech guys were staying up, and we watched the Orange Bowl to the very end.
Well, ACC folks think that Georgia Tech is the national champion in 1990, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. We have a national championship trophy at our place, and we have a national championship trophy here at our place here. They're both my places, so I can claim both of them. So it's good. So I know a lot about it. And, meeting all those former players that I've met through the last few years has really been exciting. And I think it's also, I think this week is the Hall of Fame week, correct? So I think that's fitting too. You got a couple of those guys coming back that were in that.
Seems a couple of those starting to make a few more plays. Is the consistency starting to come with him a little bit more?
Yes, it is. And, he's feeling comfortable in what we're doing. And he's made a lot of plays. And he's stout in there, and he's gained some weight back. He's at 285 now, 290. And so he's doing well. Picking up and running the fumble in was an exciting play for him the other day.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.